gati gurumeva bhaje gurunaiva sahasmi namo gurave na guruh paramam shishurasmi guruho matirasmi guru mama pahi guru Satchidanantarupaya Vishwodbhatyadi hetave Tabatraya vinashaya Sri Krishnaya vayam namaha Krishnaya Vasudevaya Haraye Paramatmane Pranadah Kleshanashaya Govindaya Namo Namaha Yam Pravrajjantamanubedamapedakrityam Dvaipayano Viraha Kadara Ajuhava Putredi Tanmayadaya Taravobhinedustam Sarvabhutahritayam Munimanatosmi Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudhirayet Sarvebhyaha Namaskaraha. In my last video, I completed till chapter 17 of Canto 3 of Srimad Bhagavata Purana. And we saw that the attendants of Bhagavan Sri Hari, Jaya and Vijaya, they behaved in the way which is not suitable to the rishis as well as to Bhagavan. They acted against the ideas of Bhagavan. And so they were hurled down from Vaikunta by a curse by the Sanat Kumara Rishis. And these two chief attendants of Bhagavan, Jaya and Vijaya, entered the womb of Diti, and they were so ferocious in nature, and fearing that they will disturb the devas and all the rishis and all the innocent people, Diti had them in her womb for nearly 100 years. But how long can she keep like that? So at one day she has to give birth, isn't it? So she gave birth to these two twins. And by birth, they were so ferocious. They had a body hard like rocks. And when they walked on the earth trembled. So powerful they were. Inherently, they had strength. And in addition to that, they did they did tapas to Brahmadeva, and they attained more and more power. So they were so ferocious and had a lot of strength. And Kashyapa Rishi named them as a Hiranyakashipu and Hiranyaksha. Hiranyakashipu had the internal strength, inherent strength of his arms, and Hiranyaksha, he had great power to fight with this Gata, that is Gathapani. He always has this Gata in his hand. And we also saw that with that Gata in hand, Hiranyaksha, that is the younger of twins, he went to the Swargaloka, and there he just drove off all the devas, and all the devas ran from there. And after clearing the Devaloka, he entered in the deep ocean. There he invited Varunadeva to fight with him. And Varunadeva said, no one else is competent to fight with you, only Bhagavan Srimad Narayana. He will take some avatara and he will come and fight with you. He said, and he went from there. And this Hiranyaksha with Gata in hand, he was waiting for Bhagavan to come and fight with him. So he was waiting like that. And we all know that Sage Narada, he plays a very pivotal role in destroying the Asuras. So Narada came there. Sage Narada, he came there and he said, Hiranyaksha, you are waiting here. Bhagavan, he has taken an avatara. Vishnu has taken an avatara and he is there in the Rasatala and he is going to take the earth from there. So Hiranyaksha got very angry and he was so excited because he was he got an opportunity to fight with Bhagavan. And so he went there and saw Bhagavan Sri Vishnu in the form of a Varaha Murti. The rishis and sages praise him as the Yajna Murti, but this Hiranyaksha, he saw Bhagavan in that form of a wild boar, and he just laughed out in ridicule and he said, "Ha ha, is this Hari? Vanagochara Mrgaha, is Hari a wild animal living in the water?" he said. And Bhagavan was so calm. It's clear indication of knowledge. He kept calm, very peaceful, and he was so calm. And all the time he was keeping the planet Earth, the blue planet, on his white sparkling tusk. He was keeping like that and standing, and he didn't reply anything. And he said, "Is this Hari a wild boar in living in the water?" And he said, "Ahaina me hagnya mahim vimuncha Nora Saugasam Vishwasrujeya Marpita Naswasti Yasyasya Nayama Mekshadaha Suradamasadida Sukarahride." Agnaha, Hari, you are Agnaha. Agnaha means one who is not knowledgeable. To be very precise, to say that he is a stupid fellow. Agnaha Mahim Vimunchaka, leave this earth. The earth is in Rasadala. So the Rasadala belongs to us, we the Asuras. We live there. And so Mahi, that is the earth, is our property. So leave her, he said. He just roared and shouted like this. "Leave the earth and come to fight with me," he ordered Bhagavan. And he also said, "Suradhama, you are the protector of the Devas and you are hiding in this form of the wild boar. Are you not ashamed of it? Come to fight with me, and you will not go alive without fighting with me with this earth. If you want to take this earth and leave this place, come and fight with me," he invited Bhagavan. And he also said, "Tvam na sapadnaira bhavaya kim brudho yo maya hantya suran parokshajit Tvam yoga maya bhalamalpa paurusham samsthapya muda pramujhe suhruchuchaha." And he said that, so he is telling to Bhagavan that you are alpa paurusham, you are weak in strength, and yoga maya bhalam, you have tremendous maya bhala, that is the magical power, only that you have, and you do not have any real strength, he said, and you are cunning, and you are hiding in this form, the form of the Varaha, to kill all my relatives and friends. The Ashuras are my people, and if you want to live here, I will kill you. And by saying that, the rishis and the people who worship you, they will automatically kill themselves. They will also perish. So he said all this, and just imagine his ignorance. He was protecting this Bhagavan, and he forgot all that. He was protecting this Bhagavan who is standing in front of him, and in order to protect him, to make him free of any disturbances, he incurred this curse also, is it not? He obstructed the rishis as well as the Devi Lakshmi so that his yogic slumber should not be disturbed, not with any other motive. But just see how he forgot all that and thinking that Bhagavan is his enemy. Because of the curse of the rishis, he forgot everything. In a way, we are also ignorant like this. We forget our real nature and we live in this world thinking of something else. We too much identify with our body, mind, and buddhi, and forgot our real nature, is it not? Even when the scriptures make us remember all that, we cannot identify with it. It's not so easy to do it because so many millions and millions of years have gone. We have forgot everything. Just like these Ashuras only. That's why We have to be very careful in living this world, because when we do a small sin, the repercussions of that will be very large. So anyway, he thought Bhagavan as in his enemy, because he was protecting Devas and shouting like this. Hiranyaksha was shouting like this, and all the time Bhagavan was so calm and patient. That is a clear indication that he has knowledge. And he just carried the earth and kept it in between his tusks, and just walked off, swam from the waters, in the waters, and came to the surface of the water. And he saw that and asking Bhagavan, "Are you running away? Hari, are you running away? You shameless person. What a shameless person you are." For all that, Bhagavan did not respond anything. And he came to the surface of the water, placed the Mahina right position, right place, and instilled his power in her, so that she may not sink again. And he also instilled power in her, so that she will be able to bear us, all the living beings. Not only she's bearing us, she's also bearing our karmas, and we are disturbing her in all the way. That is also she's bearing, all because of the power given to her by Bhagavan. But Hiranyaksha, he followed Bhagavan. There, he came there to the surface of the water also. And he was shouting and yelling at Bhagavan, "Oh, you Biru, you ran away from me, you are afraid of me," and all this nonsense he was telling. And Bhagavan said, "Veera tava vikattanam na grihnandi." The great heroes, they never respond to the blabberings like you, he said. And Bhagavan also said, "True, Satyam, but Satyam, Vayambho, Vanagochara Mrgaha." We are all wild animals only, but Yushmad Bidhan, Grama Simhan Mrgaye. We search for the country lions like you. That is, country lion means dogs. Dogs also, the degrading dogs, like you, he said. And hearing this, Hiranyaksha got very angry. He became so furious, and he shouted and yelled at Bhagavan, and with his gada, because he has the power of the gada, isn't it? With that gada, he gave a strong blow to Bhagavan. And Bhagavan, with his very powerful hoofs, he just gave a blow to him on his forehead, and blood rushed out from his ears, mouth, everything. All over, he was rushing out from his body. And all the time, the rishis and the devas and the other sons of Brahmadeva, they were worshipping Bhagavan, because they were so tense, because Bhagavan has to kill this Asura during that Abhijit Muhurta itself. Before that Abhijit Muhurta ends, he has to kill this Asura. Actually, we came, but this Abhijit Muhurta was, I think, made famous in the modern times by Prime Minister Modi ji. He do everything in the Abhijit Muhurta. So anyway, that was there in that time itself. So he has to kill that Ashura in the Abhijit Muhurta. In the Abhijit Muhurta, the positive power will be so great. So our positivity will increase in that Abhijit Muhurta. After that, the Asuric power will increase. So he was, all the rishis were so tense that Bhagavan should kill this Ashura during the Abhijit Muhurta itself. And again, a fierce battle happened between Ashura and Bhagavan. He gave blows to Bhagavan. He just banged his mace on the parts of Bhagavan. And Bhagavan also, he took his gada and gave back. At one time, the mace in the hands of Bhagavan Sri Hari, who is in the form of Varaaha Murthi, slipped from his hands. And this Ashura, he said, "Ah ha ha, is this the strength and power of Hari? That's all. It fell down." And Bhagavan got very angry, and he called for the Sudarshana Chakra, and immediately Sudarshana Chakra came, and it automatically fitted in the fingers of Bhagavan, the pointer fingers of Bhagavan. And but he took the Gadha back, and he gave nice blows to Ashura. Again, both were fighting like this. And all the time he was just biting his lips. Who? Ashura. He was biting his lips and gnashing his teeth, forgetting that this is the Bhagavan he wants protected. And he was the servant of this Bhagavan, and he earned that position with a lot of bhakti only, but by doing that misdeed of not respecting the rishis and not respecting Sri Devi, he was hurled down. And Bhagavan, again, the fierce battle between the Ashura and Bhagavan continued. And at one time, Bhagavan gave a nice blow to that Ashura, and his mace slipped down from his hands. And Bhagavan, you know what he did? He waited for him to pick up that back. That's the rule of the war also. When the opposite party is without any strength or without the weapons, the other one has to wait till that he gains strength or pick up that weapon or bring another weapon. So that's the rule of the war, battle or war itself. Bhagavan waited, and now the Ashura said, "That's all, Hari. Now I am going to finish you with this blow." And he took that mace and banged on Bhagavan, but Bhagavan warded it off and it flew away. And Ashura realized that this will not work. Fighting with him with his mace will not work, and he used his magical powers. Another strategy, he used his magical powers. That magical powers means he will hide somewhere. Only the weapons will shower on the other person. That is, the weapons are showering on Bhagavan. We have seen this in Ramayana also. Ravana used this the same strategy, because all these Ashuras, they have tremendous magical powers, and they only the weapons will shower on them and cannot see them. So this went on for some time, because do you think Bhagavan, anyone can defeat Bhagavan by the magical powers? He is the master of Maya. Can anyone defeat him with magical powers? But it continued for some time, and that strategy of the Ashura also did not work. And Hiranyaksha realized that this is also not going to work, and he appeared before Bhagavan. And suddenly he appeared before Bhagavan, and you know what he did? He just tried to embarrass Bhagavan so that he can crush Bhagavan. He thought like that. He just ran and embraced Bhagavan, and Bhagavan somehow warded it off and gave a strong blow with his powerful legs and hoof on his chest. And the Ashura, unable to bear that blow, he fell down just like an uprooted tree by the strong storm. He just fell down. And all the rishis and the other children of Brahmadeva who were seeing this battle, they said, "Aho imam gatim konu labet." This gati, that is this kind of death, who will get dying in the hands of Bhagavan? Bhagavan also killed that Ashura because he was his, once he protected Bhagavan, and he was his servant. And the rishis, they said, "Ye tau tau parshadhavasya shabadyā tavasadgatim punah katipatai sthanam prabatsyeteh janmabhihi." The attendants of Hari, that is this Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu, who have become Asuras due to the Shaba of the rishis, they have to take few more births before reaching Bhagavan. They said like that. Punah Katipatai Janmabhihi Sthanam Prabatyena He. They have to take few more births before reaching Bhagavan, they said to themselves. And they all praised Bhagavan. Namo namaste khila yajna dantave स्थितौ गृहीतामलसत्त्वमूर्तये दृष्ट्या हतोऽयं जगतामरुन्धुद त्वत्पादभक्त्या वयमीश निवृताः. They said, "O Bhagavan, you are the supporter of all the yajnas, the embodiment of pure sattva. You killed this Ashura and saved this world. Our worship to you fulfills our heart. We are graced by doing service to you." Like that, all the rishis, they praised Bhagavan. And Bhagavan, Sri Hari, he incarnated in this form, that is as the wild boar. mainly to retrieve earth from the Rasatala. And in the middle, he has to kill this Asura Hiranyaksha. And after doing all this, Bhagavan disappeared from the vision of the rishis and all the assembled sages there, and he returned to his eternal abode. Bhagavata says that whoever read or tell or listen to this episode of Hiranyaksha, destruction of Hiranyaksha by Bhagavan, will be freed from all the sins. Because we get confidence that Bhagavan, in one way or other, he will save us. And they will be blessed with wealth, fame, longevity of life, respect of others, strength of body and mind, very important, and attain mukti in the end. So powerful is this episode of the destruction of Hiranyaksha by Bhagavan in the form of Varaha Murthi. So, with this ends the 19th chapter in Canto 3 of Srimad Bhagavata Mahapurana. I will continue with the rest of the chapters in this canto in my next upload. Shri Narayana Khila Guru Bhagavan Namaste. Om Shri Krishna Arpanamastu.